Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ricamus Reacts to RWBY. My name is Ricamus, and today I'm going to be reacting to RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 10. Chapter 10. We're moving along. I'm worried this is going to end very soon. Well, we got 14 episodes, so... the episode is entitled True Colors. So, obviously, the thumbnail, we've got Ilya, so there's a little bit of a pun there. But we've also got... I don't know, true colors. So maybe we will reveal things about, like I was talking about in the last episode with Raven, that she could potentially be actually on the side of, on the Ozpin side, and just sort of like a deep undercover, or not deep cover, but basically on his side, but nobody really knows it. Um, so we could learn those true colors. We could learn the true colors of Spring. Maybe she doesn't like what's going on with Raven. Maybe she will turn on her. I don't think that's likely at this stage. Maybe if she feels like Raven has been lying to her when she reveals that maybe she's on Osmond's side, then maybe that'll be a whole thing. We yeah, and yeah, the other thing is we could see the true colors of Ilya, whether or not she is truly on the bad side. Maybe she will be convinced, sort of, by Blake that she's on the wrong side. I don't, she still hasn't done anything necessarily irredeemable yet, so and she's hurting, so it could be what's driving her in that direction. But I don't know. We'll see what's going to go on with this fight. I they've spent enough time teasing the fights that are going to be continuing to happen in on Blake's side, that I think we're going to actually get the conclusion of this. If they go through this whole episode and have another cliffhanger, I I don't even know. All right, let's get started. I think I'm gonna have to lower the volume of. I feel like I'm just looking at the mic, the mixer right now, and it seems like it's really loud. All right. Anyway, let's go. And play. Nope. Play. Fairy tale, back to the show, back to the wall, and there's nowhere to go. Hopeless and desperate, all past and present. Damn it! I keep thinking I know the words, and I mess up there. I don't actually practice the lyrics, so I have no idea until I actually try singing it. That's okay, I just realized we haven't seen anything from... Spring is short. Anyway, we haven't seen anything from Adam in a while. I mean, we saw the stuff in the beginning, and then obviously the message. So I guess it's moving along. I'm just realizing the menagerie aspect of everything has really carried through the whole season, the whole volume. It's been a bit of a slow build, but I like that it's finally going somewhere with it. I hope this catalyzes them actually returning to Mistral to help. We'll see. Ooh, this conversation. So, true colors of Raven.
Things are looking good, Oz.
Ever the optimist. While I would not say our current predicament is ideal, I think we can both agree that the situation could be much worse. Humanity is a resilient force.
Oz.
So I think they were warned.
Huntsmen like that don't just.
Oh no, they're talking about this. Bite it.
Powerful. It seems like her reach is growing by the day.
So they are implying that they are dead.
What does that say about humanity?
That there are indeed a misguided few who have filled their hearts with malice. It doesn't take a great number of people to cause harm.
That's true.
But I still believe there are far more people in this world willing to prevent it.
Yeah, that's true. That's like in our world too, actually.
Excuse me?
Ah, Miss Rose. Join us. We were just about to gather everyone to discuss our next steps.
Oh, great.
What's up, Ruby?
Something on your mind, kiddo?
If it's okay to ask.
Of course.
Well, we've been talking about the relic at Haven and the Spring Maiden, but what about the Fall Maiden?
Yeah.
Cinder.
What about the relic at...
Does that mean Salem has the beacon relic?
No.
Very astute, Miss Rose. I was wondering
I-
who would be the first to ask. No, thankfully she does not. It's true that the relic at Haven is very much at risk, and for now, it should remain our primary focus. Let's just say I made finding the relic beacon a bit more challenging than at the other schools.
Is it in his staff? Is he carrying it with him at all times?
Good to hear.
It is. But let's not forget the challenges that still lie.
That would be
before us.
hilarious.
Now, is there anything else we can help you with?
Well, I did have one more question.
No, my cane is not a relic.
Ah!
I have no more questions.
Thank you for answering that.
While this cane is indeed very precious to me, it is also precious to me.
I'm gonna pause.
Well, I admit it's
Okay. Alright, I think we're good. I'm gonna go back a few seconds just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
now. Is there anything else we can help you with?
Well, I did have one more question.
No, the
my
rest.
cane is
It's not. Yeah.
I have no more questions.
Yes, while this cane is indeed very precious to me,
Mm-hmm.
it is also just that. Precious to me.
It's a precious heirloom.
While I admit it still has a few more tricks up its sleeve, I can firmly
Really?
say
Is that a
the
lightsaber?
relic isn't one of them. Now, why don't you run and get the other students?
Lionheart.
Yeah. Okay.
The trap.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Who was it?
It was Leo. Says he had a breakthrough with the council. Thinks he might be able to get together a small raiding party for the bandits. He wants
2 days'
us to meet
time?
up at the school tomorrow night to walk us through it.
Really? Oh, that's great! I'll go get the others.
She's so naive. I love it.
That sounds drastically different from your original conversation, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
So did Raven not warn them? I really...
Things aren't looking good. Oz.
Hang on. Hopefully he never learns how to open doors.
It's drastically different from your original.
Yeah, so it doesn't... It sounds like Raven didn't warn them. But maybe she warned Yang.
Interesting.
I'm wondering if she warned Yang.
Things aren't looking good. Oz.
I don't know.
I know.
I still have questions for you.
Oh.
You're not alone in that.
You know, I never expected you would be the one to have the guts to betray Oz. Which makes me wonder.
What do they have on you?
What does she have on you?
I'm helping her for the same reason you are. I'm afraid. We can't stop her. No one can.
Really?
That's why I tried
Cowardly
to leave when
lion.
I did. I'm not afraid. I'm smart.
You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. We're here helping her. I've crossed a line. I've done
Yeah.
things that Ozpin will never forgive, and he shouldn't. I don't know where I go from here.
Man up. You did what you had to do to survive. There is no shame in that.
you trying to convince?
Myself. Man, I guess I was wrong. Showed her true colors. Yeah, collie.
Do you have a better idea?
Coward.
Quiet now.
I hope she just beat the crap out of him.
I told you, I didn't want this. But you're still here. I don't have a choice. Of course you do.
Yeah, you do.
Just stay out of my way.
So I think she can do walking clones now. So I think it's electric, her whip. This is a cool fight.
Why do you feel like we have to hurt people to get our way? Because it works. That doesn't make
And
it
they hurt
right.
us.
Stop lecturing me.
Oh, she can hide in the dark. Cats can see in the dark, though.
Why couldn't you just leave? Because I run away too much.
She's grown. Your weapon gives you away.
Sorry, Dad.
Burning the house down. Smart. From Shadows. Well, I don't think that's the name of the song, but literally.
Quit taking pot shots and fight me like you mean it! You used to see things the way I did, the way Adam did. If no one's going to do anything to stop the humans that attack us, then the only choice we have left is to attack back.
What did she do? Did she short it out?
You're wrong. There's always another choice.
Ooh, shippers love this. Yeah.
Ilya, please. You're a good person, but you're making all the wrong decisions. Shut up! Is this
Like I did.
what your
Like.
parents would have wanted? I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do.
Oh. It's pretty strong. It's her moment of truth.
What are you doing? Fight!
Sorry, I'm so focused on not saying anything. Oh, he's gonna turn on her.
Go help Blake.
On it.
Ooh, I'm liking the music. Ooh, gunchucks are back. Gunchucks are back. Oh, she froze it. I couldn't tell. It looked like she was using electric, but I guess it was white.
Stop! Please.
Oh no. Blake just saved her, I think. No! Kira. Oh no, is he gonna die now? Oh, there we go. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Oh, or is he gonna turn tail and run? Yikes. Crushed it! Ooh, literally. Wow. Surprised they all survived.
Ruined everything. Everything!
I wonder if Ilya's gonna stop him. Yep. She was just lost. Well, I'm glad this whole thing is concluding before the end of the volume, so that they can now make it.
Get in there! Search for any stragglers! We came as soon as we got the call. And Finnick? Was it worth it?
Nope. Whew. Speech? What's gonna happen?
Blake!
What's she gonna say?
Humans didn't do this. We did this. Faunus. We did this to ourselves. We're just as capable of hate and violence as the humans, but I don't think any of us would jump at the chance to point that out. So why are we letting Adam do it for us? By doing nothing and staying silent, we let others speak and act in our place.
This is literally working against the White Fang. I love it.
Then we have no one to blame but ourselves. This is the message Adam Taurus will bring to the world if no one stops him. But
I love
we
the little
can't
twitches of the
stop
bunny
him.
ears.
You have to understand that all of you are looking for simple answers to a very complicated problem.
Once again, real world.
I don't know how to make hate go away. I don't. But I I know that this kind of violence is not the solution. I understand that to ask you to leave your homes and protect Haven Academy is asking you to put your lives at risk. But that's what's at stake.
Yeah. It'll get to Menagerie eventually.
And I'll stand by myself if I have to. I'll stand with you. If you'd have me.
You're not going anywhere.
Let her come.
Huh? You're just going to forgive her? After everything she did?
I got teared up.
Damn.
I didn't think I'd be happy with her getting redeemed, but I think this works.
What does she think she's doing?
She's learned a lesson that evaded me until I was much older. That there is strength in forgiveness.
I'll go.
Is your mom gonna let you?
I'll stand with
Mermaids!
Looks like we've got work to do.
Thank you.
I didn't think I'd enjoy this storyline.
Ow!
There. Let's just call it even.
We have about 2 weeks before Adam's attack on Haven.
Yeah, see, there's still a few weeks behind.
Whatever we can do to protect as many people as possible.
And you gotta get there fast.
For everyone. I think I know a ship captain who owes us a favor.
Yeah, but he's gotta be here! And it's over. There's so much going on. I want more. Actually, I'm glad I was right. They definitely wrapped up that storyline. You know what? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last episode until after the holidays. Because the next one is the next Saturday will be the 23rd. So, oh, fan service. So, okay, let's go through this. But first, my first initial thoughts is, one, I was right. They wrapped up that storyline, and now they're finally going to be getting to Mistral. So I'm almost seeing them. So if you've seen Lord of the Rings or read Lord of the Rings, it's reminding me of the battle of I don't remember the actual battle, but you've got the Riders of Rohan coming in to save oh my god. Well, there are a few battles actually like this. So I'm wondering so there's Helm's Deep where the Riders of Rohan come in and save people that, as they were trying to survive the night at Helm's Deep. There's also the battle at Osgiliath. What is the right? That's Osgiliath, the capital of wow. It's been a while. I don't remember my Lord of the Rings. Gondor. So when the battle at Gondor, the Riders of Rohan come in from one side, and so basically, forces come in to sort of save the day. Riders of Rohan come in and save the day. But then later on in the fight, what really saves the day, because the battle's not going great, is when oh my god, Aragorn and Legolas and Gimli come in with the dead cursed warriors that they found in the mountain. So it's sort of basically like turning the tide of the battle. So I'm almost wondering if the White Fang is going to show up at Beacon, at Haven. We've got the girls there. I don't know if the bandits are also going to be there. I don't know what side they're going to be on at the end of the day, because once again, I don't know if Raven is going to double cross them. But it did seem like it did seem like she was only going to put herself and Vernal at risk. But either way, so we're going to get them fighting with the girls and Oscar and Crow, and well, the girls, like Team Juniper and Team RWBY, and then sort of like when the battle's at its worst, you've got the Menagerie forces coming in, and they're going to sort of come in and save the day. Yeah, and then there also might be the other things where Raven comes. Maybe Raven has a change of heart and she does come back and saves. Where she does come back to save Crow or Yang or somebody. I don't know. After they've stolen the relic, but there's a lot that's going to go on. This is going to be a huge set piece. I'm sure it's going to be another multi-episode battle. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2 or 3 episodes. So this was episode 10. We've got 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 4 more episodes. I wouldn't be surprised if the next episode is basically set up for that, or almost like the inciting incident, and then the 3 episodes after that, or the 2.5 episodes after that, is going to be the battle, and then that the last half of the last episode is going to sort of wrap everything up, unless they decide to introduce. So that's what, 5 more weeks of this, which means it will probably end in early February, assuming that there aren't any episodes in. Yeah, assuming there aren't any new episodes between now and the beginning of January, probably, yeah. And assuming also that they don't introduce all of a sudden a World of Remnant again, which they haven't done any all volumes, so I have a feeling that we're probably not going to get any, or we're going to get one soon. I don't know. Anyway, let's scan through the episode now. All right, so we have this conversation between Crow and Oscar. So it's interesting. I thought that Raven revealed herself, or like warned them, not revealed herself, but warned them. And it turns out that she didn't, or at least it doesn't seem that way, unless she secretly warned Ozpin without telling Crow. I don't know, but like it's weird for her to show up where she showed up, because they're not staying on. So basically, when the scene transition in the last episode, we saw the Raven flying by the place where everybody's staying, but they're not staying on the campus. They had a bit of a walk, right? Remember from if you remember the first chapter of this volume, there was a bit of a walk to get to the campus from where they were staying. So it would be very strange for Raven to be showing up there if she was going to then go and meet with Lionheart afterward, because Lionheart is in a completely different part of Mistral. So this is why I'm still thinking. I don't 100% know, but I do think that it might seem, based on this scene, I don't think she would have warned Crow. I really do think that she warned Ozpin. It's very interesting that that's the way that she's playing it, but I really hope that it gets revealed that that's what she's doing. Basically, Ozpin is expecting this. And I wonder if Oscar is being like, why aren't you telling them? But, yeah. I like this with RWBY. Showing that she's clever. She's smart. She's thinking about the relic and, wondering what we're all wondering. Where is the relic of choice that Cinder now has access to? And this kind of confirms, Sorry. This kind of confirms. This confirms from the last volume, not the yeah from the conversation in the last volume with that seer grim or whoever's on the other side of the seer grim, or whether she's communicating with the seer or whatever. This helps to confirm that they still don't know where that relic is for Cinder to then go and unlock. But it's cool that I'm pretty sure that people have made this joke already, but so why is the relic? I've heard this joke before, and it just made me think like that's why they can't hide it. That's why they can't find it, because that's what Tai Yang has been doing. He's been protecting the relic with. Anyway, yeah, that's not a thing, or it could be. Who knows? All kinds of weird things could happen, but I keep getting off the rails here. I like that they sort of confirm a bunch of fan questions and theories that's been going on. So the relic has not been found. It is not the cane. They clearly say that it is not the cane, and Ozpin is very confident that it's well hidden. So that's cool. That at least sort of takes that out of the way. I like this little conversation with RWBY, and she's being very cute and very naive in some ways, but also, yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, and so I guess in the next episode, like I said, there's going to be setup. So she's going to fetch the rest of the team, and they're going to sort of talk about the plan. Obviously, Lionheart calls, and they don't trust Lionheart, so they're going to be prepared to be double crossed already. So there are all these like people that are probably that are prepared to be double crossed. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Cinder doesn't trust Raven entirely either. But yeah, let's continuing on, and we get to this. I was not expecting this, but it's hard to tell. Like once again, we don't know if there was a conversation before this that she had with Ozpin, and their plan is to basically get everybody's confidence in her, and just really like sell the point that she is separate and sort of being forced to cooperate, but then she's gonna use this to her own ends, or use it to Oz's ends, in the guise of her own ends. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if maybe we don't even get a review if it goes that way, where she's still working for Ozpin. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get that reveal until an end credit stinger of this volume, where she does steal the relic and everything happens, and then we find out exactly what the plan was, or like should we see her talking with Taiyang or with Oz or something. I don't know. We'll have to see when we'll see that when it comes to that. So of the things that we have, basically he's just a cowardly lion. He's just afraid. That's the whole reason behind this. Okay, sure, yeah, you're a scaredy cat. You that is what she has on him. That fear is very powerful. So it's not that surprising, but it's still you'd think that there might be some other reason why he might have turned. I don't know. I wonder why he would think that Ozpin couldn't necessarily protect him. Anyway. So I like this. It's interesting. So moving on to the Belladonnas, the meat of the episode. The remaining 12 minutes of the episode. 13 minutes of the episode. So we've got Kali still fighting. It's interesting. This whole scene makes it seem like she really isn't a fighter, but she could. And she can hold her own still, which I love this. I thought this was great. Let's see, and I like that she goes through this whole thing. We've got another coward. We've got the. Is this the guard dog from the earlier episode. Or wait, no, she's got ears too. I don't know if you can have ears and a tail. But I like that the guard is the one hiding and Collie's the one taking action. And I like that she actually fights. I forget this guy's name, but I like that she actually takes him out, which obviously is fully revealed at the end of the episode. But it's great. And then we get this really awesome fight. I love this fight. I mean, they both have swords. They both have whips. You know, it's cool seeing this back and forth, and them using different kinds of dust. I mean, well, it looks like Ilya basically just uses electric, and then also, uh, you know, using her stealth abilities. To hide. It's a very dynamic fight. They use a lot, and it's also a very talky fight, because I like that Blake still sees the good in her, and this is a very Star Wars is in my brain lately because obviously the movie just came out, and it's just making me think of still knowing who a person used to be and knowing that you might still be able to access that person, or just being able to see the light, see the conflict within them. And maybe she's not showing the conflict outright, but she did. It seems like Blake knew her well enough to know that there is something off there, and that she could potentially get through to her. And I like that Blake doesn't give up on her, and it makes it. I think it reflects on Blake's growth because of actually she mentions this earlier in the volume with Sun, where she literally says that's what Sun did. He inserted himself in such a way that and didn't give up on Blake. Basically, it was a little bit pushy, but not giving up on Blake. Sorry, buddy. God, sorry, I'm not very. I can't articulate this very well, but I think I think what you understand what I mean, right? I think there's been enough setup in the past that this can sort of reflect on that. This can mirror that, or that was what she planned on doing, was being relentless in her attempts to reform Ilya. And I think this whole scene where she was taking her time and really taking pot shots, not actually going in for the kill, getting her more and more frustrated, getting her more and more emotional, so that eventually she just breaks. She loses focus. Blake is able to pin her and get her to reveal her true emotions and really be able to have a conversation with her. And it is initially cut short, but the rest of what she does, other than sort of push Blake off of her, she doesn't really do anything to hurt anybody, I don't think. I'll double check that. But yeah. Whew. So yeah, we get a stab in the back. It looks like it barely missed his heart. Oof, for a second I thought he was going to collapse at the end of this. I'm surprised everybody made it out of this alive. But I like, so we've got Ilya just not really fighting. We've got Corsic and Fennec fighting. And I love this, using Fennec's weapon against Corsic. Right, yeah, I'm having trouble finding the individual points. But then we got that, and then we've got Sun coming in and actually proving he's not hot and useless, like people love to say. So that's good. And we got the gunchucks back. Oh yeah. And before, sorry. So when I saw what I couldn't quite see what had happened before with Ilya's weapon, but initially I thought that it was like melted, sort of like what it looks like when you short out metal, and sort of like yeah. But I think it's this kind of confirms that Blake froze it. So I mean, she had different dust. I couldn't see. I saw one of them was fire, and I couldn't see the other one, so I wasn't sure which one she had used. But it makes sense that she froze the weapon in place. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. And obviously, Ilya does end up fighting. She fights with Sun with the gunchucks, which was great to see those again. Although it was very brief. And they come back, and for a second here, I thought so for a second. Shoot, I lost it. Yeah, I liked this him saving her. Yeah, she falls. I thought for a second that one of them was going to get crushed. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Blake. Not Blake. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Ilya or Sun, but I felt like one of them was going to get crushed because of this. And I like that was sort of subverted. That expectation was sort of subverted, and we get Gira saving the woman that was basically a huge part of the plot for him, for his literally this is his moment of forgiveness that he talks about later in the episode. He forgives her, and he does the right thing and saves somebody who may not necessarily fully deserve it, but was maybe just misguided. So yeah, and I really thought that he was gonna get a lot of times I thought people were going to die. I thought he was going to die here, and that Sun wasn't going to be able to save him, or Sun had sacrificed himself for Gira, or Gira was just going to die. And I just love that instead of Gira dying, the whole that was it Corsic tries to crush Gira, or get Gira to get crushed, and ends up just dying himself, which I think is just. Ugh, it's gross. But yeah, and then this guy, we see that he got captured by everybody's favorite mom. And yeah, and everybody seems to have survived. And then of course we've got, sorry, Fennec got crushed. Sorry, this is Corsic. And I remember Fennec because Fennec has the ears like Fennec foxes. So Corsic is captured, or is stunned by Ilya. And Ilya breaks down, and we get, I like this. This is important because because Gira is saving. I mean, they're obviously capturing some of these people, but he could just leave them to die, but he's not. He's showing forgiveness and showing an appreciation for life, even though they may not deserve forgiveness, or maybe even though they attempted to murder him, he is showing compassion, and he is saving somebody's life. Showing, and it's an important message because it's showing that there's a better way, and this can convert other members of the White Fang who maybe are not fully on board with how militaristic things are going, but they don't know of another option. Now we can show another way. They're showing the true White Fang spirit, and that is compassion for the faunus and not being as violent. But yeah, look at that. He just misses heart. It's a cool scar. Who's this guy? Yeah. And then we get this great speech by Blake where she talks about this was not done by humans. Everybody here was a faunus. And, they are just as guilty of being as terrible as humans, hate and violence. And it's not it is going to make things worse. That's the whole point. Is you need to stand up to this violence. You need to push back. It's going to give you it's going to give you a bad name, and it's going to bring the brunt of the blame is going to be on the Faunus. It's not going to be on the White Fang. They're just going to be vilified more and more and more, and it's just going to cause more and more conflict in the future. And I like that they can use this to sort of they are going to actually take back the White Fang by showing that the point of the White Fang is to unite the Faunus and allow them to be a force for change without violence. So they're going to have the two factions. We're going to have the Civil War. Anyway, this is great. They get everybody, I'll stand by your side. We get the whole thing with Ilya being willing to help, seeing the error in her ways. And Sun is surprisingly forgiving as well. So, yeah, and that's the episode. So, yeah. So I'm glad that this menagerie stuff has kind of wrapped up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more of it in the next episode. Maybe it's going to be just a little bit of a montage. I don't know. Or maybe we're just not going to see them again until they show up at Haven. I don't know. But we're finally going to get them to the mainland. Well, the mainland of Anima. And Team RWBY's getting back together by the end of the volume. Yeah! Hopefully nobody dies. But, or somebody's mortally wounded by the time they all four get together. That would be awful. I would be... You okay there, bud? He just, flopped himself back up. He's just been kind of napping over here while I've been talking. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody dies by the end of this volume. I think we've had a lot of near misses. I mean, obviously we've had certain people die. We had Sienna Khan pass. Why did I say pass away? No, she was murdered. And Pilot was murdered, and I'm sure there were others that I can't think of that were murdered. But obviously, a bunch of Faunus that in this whole fight were murdered. Fennec was murdered. Poor Fennec. Sorry, not poor Fennec, but I like Fennec foxes. They remind me a lot of corgis. Anything with big ears reminds me of corgis. But all right. Yeah. So basically, predictions for the future. Next episode will be planning an inciting incident. Then 2.5 episodes of the Fall of Haven, and then wrap up. 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 episodes. Yeah, wrap up. So that'll round out to 4 episodes. And I have a feeling we're not going to see another episode until after the break. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, by the time this comes out, Hanukkah will be over, but happy Hanukkah to everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. If the next episode doesn't come out before those holidays, Kwanzaa, whatever other holiday you may be celebrating, I hope you have a very happy and safe holidays. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I know that they're, varying in quality, especially the sound, some of the sound issues, and some of the reactions are a little bit more boring. I feel like this one was a bit better. I don't know, I'll have to watch it back and see. But I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I had more to say. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to get Koba to get in on this. Sorry, my wife has a handle, Koba Jibajo, for video gaming, and she will actually pop up in an upcoming video. We did a let's play of us on playing Bendy and Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is a kind of a creepy game that's on Steam right now, and we had a lot of fun doing that. We haven't finished the game yet, and I really want to post what we played through. So if you're interested, check that out in a little bit. And yeah, I'll hopefully be getting out more videos here and there. We'll see. But I really do appreciate everybody following me, and like I said, very happy holidays to everybody, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you guys think of my theories, and we can have a discussion in the comments. Yeah. Once again, I've been Ricamus. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.